With the amount of propaganda going on around the world when it comes to the protest and unstable circumstances in Serbia, many are questioning, is it really a good time to be investing business-wise into Serbia? And today we're going to go through the number of businesses that are investing this year into Serbia, regardless of the political climate and what the future holds. And we're going to go through some of the clients that we've actually worked with in the past couple months when it comes to setting up their business here in Serbia and as to why they're looking to do so. You can't help but turn on the media these days, and regardless if it's on YouTube or if it's on the news, you see a lot of talk about political instability here in Serbia, especially with the protests and tensions with other Balkan countries. However, let's be frank, where in the world right now do you stand that there is no political tensions? You have the political tensions of the EU now sticking their nose and have been sticking their nose into the Ukraine-Russia war that's going on. You have the latest assassination of Charlie Kirk in the United States, which I'm not saying that we're capitalizing on it, and that's one of the reasons I haven't done a video on it, but it's also brought in a lot of people inquiring about moving to Serbia. Now you also have the Liberal government completely decimating Canada, and their GDP has basically been stagnant for a number of years. And then you also have the UK, which is an absolute shambles. You have many other countries. And so when you look at the world as a global sphere, where in the world do you see zero political tensions? There honestly is none. And so one of the things that keep coming up is that, is it a good time to invest into Serbia because of what's currently going on? And today I'm going to talk to you about an article from, of course, the government of Republic of Serbia. And I'm going to also go into some of the businesses that have invested into Serbia this year, some companies that are looking into investing in the future years. And I'm also going to go through a number of clients that we've worked with over the past 6 months and establishing their business here as either a new entity or a arm of another current existing company. Now, the article goes in to talk about French business people interested in investing in Serbia. The Serbian Minister of International Economic Relations, Milan Parivodic, talked today in Paris with representatives of the French Agency for International Business Development, UBI France, and representatives of French companies interested in investing in Serbia. At a press conference, Parivovic said that he met with UBI France President René Andre, representatives of the French Ministry of Foreign Affairs, head of the French Embassy in Belgrade's Economic Department, Pierre Coste, and French business people and Serbian and French ambassadors. The meeting concerned the business climate in Serbia, new laws, and as well as French companies in Serbia. Parivodic stressed that companies Gaz de France and Veolia Water are interested in investing in Serbia, adding that the latter has even drafted a project to process sewage from water in Kruševac. Furthermore, a freight vehicle company has also stated it would like to open a factory in Serbia. And I'm all about businesses opening up in Serbia, especially with the amount of work that is available for Serbs, so that they can have money coming in, so they're not looking for just moving into the bigger cities such as Belgrade and Novi Sad. Kruševac is a great place for people to go look and live in and to work in, and opening companies in some of these smaller locations. one of the things that Parivodic mentioned is French businessmen are interested in buying the insurance company DDOR from Novi Sad, as well as investing in the electric energy distribution system and communication. Funny enough, DDOR is one of the companies that we use for car insurance, for myself and for a lot of the other clients that we have. But it's one of the things that we also do with this company is that we get our health insurance for our clients. Because if you're looking to obtain temporary residency here in Serbia, one of the mandatory things that you need to do is to get health insurance here. And there's other companies out there such as Generali and Dunav Osiguranje. Those are some other companies, but we particularly like DDOR because they're pretty easy to work with. I can simply pick up a phone, say, hey, listen, we got a client coming in. Within 1 hour, they have the paperwork ready to go, sign the paperwork, and that's it. We don't actually have to set an appointment 2-3 days out. It's a very efficient process. The minister pointed to the fact that the Serbian government has set aside 1.6 million euros for large infrastructure projects. Parivodic said that he also talked today with Secretary General of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, Angel Guria, with whom he agreed that the OECD should perform an expert study on regulations in Serbia. Also, 50% of shares in the Italian Fidomestic Bank, which recently entered the Serbian market, are owned by France BNP Bank, adding that Intermarché is planning to open another sales office in Belgrade. I think this is absolutely great. And I know there's going to be many Serbs that are coming into these comments and be like, well, that's all government propaganda, so on and so forth. So I knew that was going to be something that people would say. And so let's talk about what other businesses are investing in Serbia between late 2024 and into 25, as well as looking at future companies that are looking to invest in Serbia. And then we'll get into what companies we have worked with setting up businesses here. And, you know, using this video, you can kind of decide, is this a right move for you? Is it not a right move? And so that you can decide on your own. So currently we have Continental out of Germany. They are setting up a R&D expansion of 15,000 square meter campus here in Novi Sad. ZF Germany is setting up in Pančevo for a CO2 neutral plant. 600 jobs will be created. You have Nidec, which is out of Japan, setting up a hub here for e-motor in Novi Sad, and they're are investing multi-billion euros in a phased rollout. You also have OCSI-AI out of Luxembourg setting up in Stara Pazova. They're going to be setting a graphene nanotube factory, which is going to be the first in Europe. You also have Scott Pharma out of Germany. They're going to be setting the largest ampusole plant in Europe, which will be in Jagodina, and it's set to open in 2025. You have DHL, which is a shipping company based out of Germany. They're expanding their base in Belgrade Airport and increasing up to 10,000 square meters. And then for the upcoming businesses that are coming in here, you have Minth, which is out of China. They're setting up 2 new plants in Leskovac and Chupria. They're investing 950 million euros to set up these 2 new plants, and is scheduled to employ 2,800 employees. Haitian Internationals out of China, they're going to be setting up an injection molding machine factory, which is to start building at the beginning of 2025, and they're going to be setting that up in Ruma. One of the beautiful things about Ruma and Novi Sad that many clients don't know is that they're building a tunnel right through Fruška Gora, and then a new bridge over the Danube into Novi Sad. And so people that are looking to work in Ruma out of Novi Sad, they'll be able to get there within 20 minutes, which now going through Fruška Gora into Ruma takes about 45 minutes. Then you also have EAD out of United Arab Emirates. They're setting a cloud and digital infrastructure data center there in the city of Kragujevac, which is the fourth largest city here in Serbia. And then some of the hot sectors that people are looking to also move in even future dates, especially once we have Expo 2027 coming in. The industries that are going to be very hot here are automotive and e-mobility, advanced materials and pharma, logistics and airports, mining and critical materials. Now, that is just what I got here. Now, some of the clients we're working with, well, we're looking at helping a gentleman that is from Italy. He is looking to set up his logistics company here in Serbia simply because we have a great gateway to both east and west sectors. We're going to have the main corridor train station that's going to go from Athens, Greece, all the way up to Budapest, traveling through Serbia. We have set up 3 corporations in the last 2 months actually for a number of Romanians looking to set up construction companies here in Serbia to essentially help build some of these plants. We have had a gentleman that came here out of the UK that is setting up an AI business here in Serbia, it just keeps on going on. We just had a gentleman fly in last night from the United States. He has a number of variation of restaurant concepts that he wants to introduce here in Novi Sad. As a matter of fact, I'll be meeting with him in a couple hours since he landed late last night and just finally got into his apartment that we were able to find him. And so kind of helping him, navigate, finding the proper restaurant establishment and hiring employees, and how does HR work with that. And this is not only done here in Novi Sad. We also have our office out of Belgrade, which that way we can cover all of Serbia. Doesn't matter where you're looking to establish your business. So if you are looking to establish your business, you feel free to reach out to us at Relocation Serbia. But why are also people looking to set up in Serbia? One is that we are not in the EU. A lot of people don't want the EU regulations here, and so you can bypass that by setting up in Serbia. You also have very good workforce. You have good digital infrastructure. You have a very good tax compliance here. We have a 15% corporate tax. The gentleman that I had a consultation with yesterday out of Italy that's setting up his logistics company here, he said we are getting taxed at 50% essentially where we are established right now, and so we are looking to dissolve our corporation in our head office and reestablish that same business here in Serbia. And that way it's a less corporate tax, and then as well as him obtaining his tax residency here in Serbia, his tax residency will be a lot less. And that's something he's going to be talking to with our tax advisors. Is he going to be doing a salary? Is he going to be doing a dividend income, or is he going to be doing a blend of the two? That's something that we can also help you establish here And then when it comes to getting R&D tax credits and funding from certain entities as well, you need to get a correct business plan. And there's a lot of R&D tax credits where if you employ a number of individuals, if you are looking to invest a number of millions of dollars here in Serbia, you can also get a tax holiday for up to 10 years, which essentially means that you pay zero corporate tax on your business here just because of the investment that you put here in Serbia. And so if this entices you or you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us and we'd be happy to guide you through the process.